tonight on CTV3 News. Curtis Molina is charged with murders of Garbutt family in shocking ambush. Belize protests Guatemala naval incursion in waters near Hunting Key, Coast Guard response. A date is set for 2024-2025 crop season. And Agriculture Minister updates on sugar industry inquiry report as year-end approaches. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024.
Good morning, Mr. Conway.
What makes it good, Jeff? You made it.
It's been a bit of a rough day, Dad.
I'm sorry. I have to go talk to someone important.
We're always too busy working. You don't know what I need. You never have.
Today could not end soon enough. I hate this song.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Am I dead?
Pretty much.
Let me have a second chance.
I'll give you 12 days to get it right.
I'm going to make this the merriest Christmas Eve anybody has ever seen.
Oh, that was quick. Christmas is about giving.
What's going on?
Can't talk. Gotta go save the world.
Wait for me.
What has gotten into you?
Love. And maybe a little bit of that spiked eggnog. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make her love me again. No matter what happens, I love you. Oh, come on! I'm not giving up.
The 12 Days of Christmas Eve.
Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A community grappling with grief and disbelief is coming to terms with the tragic murder of the Garbutt family, as 45-year-old Curtis Molina has been officially charged with 3 counts of murder following the December 14 killings of his cousin, 39-year-old Elvis Garbutt Sr., Garbutt's wife, 30-year-old Emerita Garbutt, and their 3-year-old son, Ellis Garbutt. According to authorities, the devastating incident unfolded when the family was ambushed while driving home. Their vehicle was obstructed by trees deliberately placed on the road. As Elvis Garbutt stepped out to clear the path, Molina reportedly emerged from the bushes and fatally shot him before turning the weapon on Emerita and Ellis. Tragically, 2 other children were present in the vehicle. 11-year-old Eliana sustained injuries but displayed remarkable bravery by escaping and alerting neighbors about the horrific attack. 8-year-old Elvis Jr. was unharmed during the encounter, but the emotional toll on both children is expected to be significant as they face the loss of their parents and younger brother. Law enforcement officials apprehended Molina near the village as he attempted to flee the scene by boat. Investigations suggest that the motive for this heinous crime was robbery, with reports indicating that Molina was aware that Elvis had cash on hand intended for the purchase of a boat. Authorities recovered the shotgun believed to have been used in the murders, which was reported stolen from a nearby residence. In response to the public outcry for justice, authorities are preparing to present a comprehensive case in court following consultations with the Director of Public Prosecutions. The northern sugar industry is currently gearing up to kickstart the 2024-2025 sugarcane crop season amidst a host of serious challenges, including the Fusarium fungus, which continues to affect cane fields, inclement weather, and the undesirable condition of sugar roads. This year, the sugar industry was hoping to kickstart the new crop season in early December. However, all indications at this time is that the crop season will begin on December 27th. Agriculture Minister Honorable Jose Mai has confirmed that the government is working arduously to have sugar roads ready for the start of the crop. However, weather conditions continue to be a contributing factor.
The stakeholders meeting was held, I think, a week ago, and they all agreed that the 15th was a little too early. It was still raining, the weather was unpredictable, and then they had another follow-up meeting, I think, and now they all decided the 27th is a good day to start. The only problem is that the sugar roads have not been completed. Now, I looked at the list of my sugar roads that were being in my constituency, and I saw only about 4 or 5 of them. There are a number of sugar roads. So the stakeholders are now going to meet with the Ministry of Infrastructure and let them decide which are the roads that are most urgently needed so that we can look at them right away and try to repair them. You will accept, and we will accept, that this year the rainfall has been just overwhelming. And resilient highways, resilient road building is not cheap. You have to put in many culverts. I mean, the roads we have been just, what do you call it, band-aid patching. You know, that doesn't work for too long, not with this type of weather we have now. And so MIDH is cognizant of that. They're analyzing that, and I'm certain that we'll sit down together, the Prime Minister, and I'm sure that we'll find some common ground for us to find funding to address the rest of the sugar roads. But we will do the sugar roads. I mean, when we inherited this government, I mean, the roads were in a bad shape. The rainfall pattern has changed completely. It is just another situation. And so we understand the farmers that they want to deliver cane, and we will definitely look at it and do the best we can to fix those sugar roads. It's very important.
A meeting is expected between sugar industry stakeholders this week to determine to further discuss the official start date for the upcoming season. Cops are tonight looking for a 31-year-old teacher from San Felipe Village in Orange Walk. He has been identified as Joaquin Antonio Cruz, who, according to a wanted flyer, is being sought for questioning in a police investigation. While cops are not mentioning the case being investigated, they are asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of Cruz to contact the nearest police station. The official report of the Commission of Inquiry into the sugar industry was expected by the end of November. As we inch closer to the end of the year, we asked Agriculture Minister for an update on that report. While an exact date for that report has not yet been determined, Minister Mai says the commissioners are on the very last stage of compiling their final report, which will then be officially presented to the government of Belize's sugar industry.
Has there been any update in terms of the work of the Commission of Inquiry in the sugar industry?
I think that they are finalizing their report. They have finalized the report. I think it's the last stages of their work right now. I think it needs to be presented formally, and that we are working on that right now. I will have more information on that this week, though.
The Commission of Inquiry, as viewers may be aware, was carried out earlier this year, including the public consultations, which happened in late August. Coming up next, Belize protests Guatemalan naval incursion as Coast Guard escorts a vessel from waters. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Mr. Conway.
What makes it good, Jeff? You made it.
It's been a bit of a rough day, Dad.
I'm sorry. I have to go talk to someone important.
We're always too busy working. You don't know what I need. You never have.
Today could not end soon enough. I hate this song.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Am I dead?
Pretty much.
Let me have a second chance.
I'll give you 12 days to get it right.
I'm gonna make this the merriest Christmas Eve anybody has ever seen.
That was quick. Christmas is about giving.
What's going on?
Can't talk. Gotta go save the world.
Wait for me!
What has gotten into you?
Love. And maybe a little bit of that spiked eggnog. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna make her love me again. No matter what happens, I love you. Oh, come on! I'm not giving up.
The 12 Days of Christmas Eve.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs today issued a press release informing of an incident involving a Guatemalan naval vessel which was found sailing in Belize's territory near Hunting Key. The ministry in the release says that it will strongly protest the illegal incursion by the Guatemalan patrol boat into Belizean waters and will call on the Guatemalan authorities to dissuade their armed forces from continuing to traverse into Belizean waters without proper authorization. In an interview with the media today, Coast Guard Commander Captain Elton Bennett clarified that the 65 feet Navy boat was not grounded on the reef as was initially reported and was instead traversing near Sapodilla Keys.
As I mentioned, this is the second sighting that we've had in perhaps 2 or 3 years. So it's not a usual occurrence that we would see the Guatemalan Navy patrolling in that area. So I cannot explain why they would be patrolling inside our sea spaces.
Does this give the Coast Guard any reason, purpose to now maybe step up your patrols in that area? Maybe they come more often, but I don't know how regular your patrols are.
So this is a sighting from Hunting Key. We have a forward operating base at Hunting Key in the Sapodilla Range for this purpose of maintaining sovereignty. So that sighting, once it is established, the patrol will deploy from there. So I can't say that we would need to escalate or improve our operations. We have been doing operations from there, and we've been able to maintain our territorial integrity from forward operating base at Hunting Key. So this is just a good example of our forward operating base at Hunting Key performing its duty in terms of maintaining sovereignty.
The Belize Coast Guard was informed of the sighting and immediately proceeded to the area where they encountered the vessel and its occupants and proceeded to escort the vessel out of Belizean waters.
We have never done that demarcation exercise out at sea. Whilst we know where our land border is, the exercise has never taken place out at sea. Hopefully with the ICJ ruling, then we'll be able to do that. So for now, there are no buoys or markers to determine exactly where the official border lies. What we do is to go by equidistance. Say half the distance of sea space between Belize and Guatemala, and then that's the border. That's how we exercise our jurisdiction. We believe this is Belizean waters. They would say this is Guatemalan waters. Whenever we would encounter a fisherman or a fisher folk in that area, and it is within what we believe is Belize sea spaces, we would arrest, detain, and we will exercise jurisdiction over that.
Any particular reason why this was not done in the past, and who would be the one to exercise that?
The ICJ would have to make that ruling to determine exactly where the maritime border lies, and that's the exercise being done at the ICJ at this time.
A family here in Orange Walk that is seeking financial assistance to cover medical expenses overseas for their younger daughter. Earlier this year, 2-year-old Raquel Quinones began to lose her hearing. At this time, the toddler has become almost deaf on both ears. After seeking help here in Belize, the family was told that little Raquel will need to be taken to Merida, where tests can be done to determine the cause of her sudden hearing loss. The cost of the test alone is over $3,000. Her family is seeking assistance to raise the necessary funds to take the toddler to get these much-needed tests before she loses her hearing completely, at which point doctors fear the condition may be irreversible.
Ella no oye, ella al parecer parece que está perdiendo ella escucha, parece que ella lo está perdiendo. Ella cuando era más nené, cuando cualquier bullita, ella ahorita reaccionaba. Pero como ella sufre de asma, yo creo que la cosa cuando le dio un día, le dio una calentura que se le subió a su cabeza, eso mismo afectó los oídos, porque dice la doctora que yo ya hablé de Mérida, que el que le hicieron acá, la audiofería que le hicieron acá en Chitomal, salió que los dos oídos no tienen nada ella no escucha en los dos oídos. Y ella no habla y no escucha. Nosotros ahorita con ella, lo que mis hijas le están enseñando a ella es hablar así en ¿cómo se llama? No sé cómo les dicen, hablar mudo así pues.
Sign language.
Ajá, de ella es que la tengo que llevar a Mérida. Para su examen que le van a hacer. Ahorita chequeé porque me dijeron que acá en Belice van a venir unas personas que hacen eso acá en Belice. pero yo llamé a los números que me dieron, pero me dijeron que no, solo van a venir de hueso, porque más me iba a beneficiar si yo lo puedo hacer en Belice. Pero después me dijeron que no, que solo van a venir de huesos. Y esa clase de análisis, de examen que ella quiere, acá en Belice no lo hacen.
Including travel expenses and the cost of the test, the family is looking to raise $4,000 before the new year.
El pediatra donde yo la estoy llevando a ella, yo le comenté sobre ella, le mostré los papeles de que le hice en Chetumal y todo. Ahora él me dice que sí se puede hacer algo para que ella escuche, pero necesito llevarla a Mérida para que le hagan eso. Porque una vez que le hagan eso en Mérida ya van a saber cuánto escucha y cómo, por qué es la causa que lo está perdiendo.
If you would like to assist the Quinones family with medical expenses for little Raquel, you can contact her mother at phone number 620-6450 or make direct deposits to Atlantic Bank account number 212-002-6161 under the name Roberto Quinones. You can also see the family on Saturday in front of the town hall where they will be carrying out a dollar drive. The Adventist Mission here in the North is working together with partners across the country to provide over $50,000 in relief to Belizeans who have been affected by recent storms. The mission includes 3 main areas of the country, each receiving over 200 care packages, which includes sanitary and grocery items. Here in Orange Walk, the relief has been distributed to residents in the Albion Islands, which include San Antonio, San Roman, Douglas, and Santa Cruz. Residents affected by Tropical Storm Sara in central and southwest parts of the country will be receiving much-needed assistance.
Tonight we are so happy to be able to be packing some groceries that will be distributed in some areas of the country of Belize. Our organization was very sad to see that some of our fellow Belizeans were suffering loss from the last storm Sara. So the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we have a higher organization called the Inter-American Division. Okay, in moments like these, they help to assistance to the people that were that had damage or losses in this storm. Okay, so this week we received approximately 50,000 Belize dollars, which today we are packing 630 baskets that will be distributed in Cayo District, Belmopan, some in Dangriga, okay, where our churches and pastors are located. They have visited areas. They have taken names not only of Seventh-day Adventist members, but the community at large.
The relief also includes an additional $14,000 in building materials, which will be distributed to affected families across the country. The male ward at the Corozal Community Hospital received a much-needed upgrade thanks to the generous donation of the Corozal Fraternity One Masonic Lodge. The new upgrade to the ward includes the complete refurbishment of the ceiling, along with the installation of fans and AC unit, which will ensure that patients who stay in this area can access the best possible care and amenities. The project came at a cost total of over $4,000 and was made possible through the contribution of the lodge and its members.
Really and truly, the lodge as an organization is an organization of men of free will, of goodwill, and men that want to make themselves better and want to contribute to a better community. So when I found out, or I was and want to contribute to a better community. So when I found out, or I was told about the opportunity of participating here in terms of making the ambience and the amenities of the male ward much more improved to contribute to better provision of care to patients, the brothers in the in the fraternity agreed. So we came up with the money and we made the contribution to Roger. So kudos to Roger and to the patients that will be using the ward.
The recent renovations, according to a representative of the hospital, will greatly improve the level of service offered at the institution.
Today we are very grateful and we are thankful to the Lodge brothers that came together to assist us in the refurbishing of the male wards. No? It's our third ward that we have refurbished. It's brand new now. We have new ceiling, new lighting, we have fans, and we have AC now, we have a television, we have sofa, and the sliding door that we'll have there. No? That's a big upliftment for the patient. In the past, the patient had to bring their fans to stay here at the wards, no? And which when it's hot and you're feeling bad, I think that's not too comfortable.
To ensure growth and upliftment in our communities, Workship Master for the Corozal Lodge, Cardo Martinez, is encouraging others who can help to come forward and work for the community.
The hospital is for all of us. It's not for one individual, and the hospital provides equality, and the best service it can. And though the kindness and the smile of the service providers in the hospital is important, the amenities is also important. And people need to take ownership. It's for everybody. So if you can, you should.
And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Santa baby, just set a bottle under the tree for me. Make it coconut, please. Santa baby, sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Santa baby, a bottle of cold rum would do so smooth. I'll leave one out for you, Santa baby. Sip some Caribbean rum tonight. So sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Sip some Caribbean rum tonight. Merry and bright.
Alison Parker's UNICEF Belize representative four-year term is coming to an end. In her last official meeting, Parker met with the Governor General of Belize, Dame Froila Zalam, to express gratitude for the support towards UNICEF's effort during her term. Since 2020, Parker has worked to improve the lives of children in Belize, including through the National Children's Parliament and improving the healthcare program in Belize. Since 1982, UNICEF has supported Belize's professional community health work program, which was highlighted in a recent research journal publication by the Lancet. This initiative took a step forward in August with the launch of a new CHW manual in August 2024. During the launch ceremony, UNICEF's Belize representative Alison Parker said in her address, CHWs serve as a crucial link between the formal health system and the community, addressing unmet health needs and enhancing health system resilience. It is essential that they receive adequate training and support to provide optimal care. UNICEF will continue to invest in a trained, professional, and resilient community health program reaching all children. As countries face global challenges like climate change, political instability, and pandemics, experts say investing in pro-CHWs offer a strategic solution to strengthen health systems. Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca represented Belize at the 8th CARICOM Japan Ministerial Conference in Tokyo, Japan. The conference was held from December 12th to the 14th, 2024. It was a pleasure to meet and hold discussions with Prime Minister Ishiba, Foreign Minister Iwaya, and Vice President of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, Mrs. Katsura. I also had the opportunity to participate in a meeting of CARICOM foreign ministers, Minister Fonseca said. During a meeting with Foreign Minister Iwaya and JICA, Minister Fonseca discussed several important projects and initiatives for Belize, including the rehabilitation replacement of the historic Belize City Swing Bridge. I also had the great honor of experiencing traditional Japanese culture and spirituality by participating in the Japanese tea ceremony at the Osaka Shrine, Minister Fonseca said. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, December 18th here on CTV3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.